Hi guys, today I'm going to be attempting to do an art tutorial. I don't even know how to do this, so basically it's just you watching me do art. So first you're going to take this blank sheet of paper. I just used some printer paper. I'm going to try to fold it in half as cleanly as possible. How's that look? See, nice and clean. Oops, sorry for that. Then we're going to take some scissors and cut a hole in them in a circle shape. Sorry this takes so long. So something like this, you could have had a totally better circle. Now, hang on to this, I might use this later. I am winging this as I go, if you cannot tell. So then, we are going to take a canvas. If you don't have one, regular paper is fine. And get some, you know what, today I'm going to be using paint markers. The best that I can. So, get some tape. And tape down that circular paper to, I'll just kind of hold it down the best you can. Let's see if this actually works. If it doesn't, I'm still posting this as an epic fail. There we almost. If you've noticed I'm using more than just like 4, then it's because I messed it up. It did not matter. That I misplaced some tape. I'm just trying to keep it all down. And I'm gonna push this down as much as I can. So we're gonna be doing this. Yep, get rid of the tape. Put it over there, we might need it later. And then get a kind of marker. I'll get a few out. I got these kind of colors. And this one. So let's see what we can do. You are going to, I'll show you in a second. You're gonna put this on the canvas and just kind of fill in the circle, and then you're gonna let it dry for a bit. So I'm back. I just finished coloring this in, so it should look somewhat like this. For reference, I'm using Painticle markers. So then you're gonna peel this off and just fold it because we're not gonna be using this anymore. You may be a bit messy and the rest of your canvas might be a bit messy, but that will be fine. We will manage. And we are going to outline this now, okay? So this won't take as long. So it will not be necessary to speed this up. During this time, you could go down and below and subscribe and comment what I should do next. Not forcing, just considering. Okay, now that you've kind of outlined it, you are going to most likely get some actual paint. So let me go grab those. Okay, so I've grabbed these 2 colors. What's this called? Yellow and white. You will want to let your painting kind of sit for a minute and let it kind of dry off, because again, this is a kind of paint. So, what am I gonna do in this time? I have an idea. This is the perfect time to show off one of my other art creations I've been working on. I was scrolling on YouTube one day and I saw a very popular community called, hold on, let me get this out, Dragon Puppets. See, I got bored one day and started making one of these. See, I got two sides and yeah. Leave thoughts on what you think of it. Yeah. I did this near Christmas time, so yeah. Oh, I guess you guys could also see this. One of my, so that you can have confidence in my artistic ability in this. This is a sketch I made in the 5th grade, I think, about a book we were reading. You cannot tell, by this photo, I got very bored very quickly, but this is what I made. I'll probably show a bigger picture. But the book is The Little Princess. If you have not read it, I highly suggest it. But yeah. Well, I'll get back to you guys when this is done, because this is getting kind of boring. Now that all your paint is done drawing like this, it's done here, we are going to put a bit of the paints that I mentioned earlier on. So let us just, you're gonna do it in a kind of more of a crescent shape, like, sorry, something happened there, like this. Kind of a crescent shape like this. Then you're gonna do the same thing with the other one. Wait a sec. As you can see, I did the same thing with this kind of white paint, and now I'm just gonna kind of brush this in with this kind of brush, a sponge brush. Be right back. Now that you've done that, I know it's messy, you're gonna get some blue paint. Let me grab that. More like this pale blue. So I'm gonna do the same thing as before, so I'm just gonna skip a couple of steps to get there. One sec. As you can see, if you've been following this correctly, your moon will look pretty good. Now if you've been wondering what kind of motion I've been doing, you're gonna get to the side of the brush and just kind of splash it like this. See? Okay, now we're gonna get a new brush and paint the background a dark blue. So get a thicker brush like this, and then you're gonna get a few more blues. Ones I've picked out are navy blue, pale blue as we used for the moon, this island blue, and then a purple. Then we will also be using the light yellow. That'll be for later though. So as you see, I'm gonna move these to the side. And just get those out of the way. Then I'm gonna paint the background. Give me a sec. This is what the first layer of what your sky is gonna look like. So let me just kinda put in the others, and I'll kinda update you as I go. Just add in the second color. I suggest, as I did, you put the color that you used for your moon at least one layer back. So let me just put in the others. You kind of see how I've been doing this. Kind of just go from lighter to darker as you go. So I'll just kind of get this all in and I'll show you in a minute. As you can see, it's kind of more messy than you might assume. But we're about to add one of the key details, stars. So what you're gonna need to do, remember this piece of paper from earlier? You are going to put some white on there. Let me just do that. Then remember this brush, you're gonna do this. And then kind of just spray it on like this. I'll be back in a minute because this is hard to do while holding a phone. Now, after you add whatever kind of variety of colors you want on this. Soon you can add your own little details, shooting stars, other planets in the background. You do you. But make sure to just have fun. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video, and you'll see my final results in a sec. See, it might not be the greatest, but you can personalize it all you want. And if you did that, then it's the greatest painting ever known. Well, hope you have a nice day or evening, and see you next time.